Is Travis Pastrana afraid of anything?
With my knee, I couldn't do physical therapy because the nerves were like, there was just a live wire in my knee, and I'd walk or I'd try to sleep and I'd just wake me up basically in tears, dropping to the ground. And like, wow. I was 6 months with my knee a live wire, couldn't do anything. And within 24 hours after getting stem cells, I had no more nerve pain. I'm like, look, whatever you want to call it, it's a miracle.
Stem cells attack inflammation first. You had a massive nerve problem, most likely from the surgery. It's a traumatic surgery. They go in there, they identify what's wrong, and they repair it. They stimulate your body to repair it, which is amazing.
Came all the way back from missing a round to winning the last 3 straight rounds of the U.S. Rally Championship and missed the championship by 2 points. But coming into next year, as opposed to thinking, I'm done, I don't have it anymore, I come in next season thinking, let's win.
We're here with Travis Pastrana today, following up on his recovery, his career, which is always exciting to me. First off, I want to just say thank you for allowing us the opportunity to help you.
You're thanking me. This is well, thank you. I mean, I know you have questions there, but I just wanted to say, started the season out, took some time off of racing, didn't know if I was ever going to be back at the level I wanted to be. And you start to think about the tree on the outside. When you're in pain, you don't want to be in more pain. Instead of thinking, what's it going to take to win? I thought, what's it going to take not to get hurt? Took some time off, saw you. Took a whole race off, which you can't do. I was expecting to take the season off. Started feeling better, started feeling healthier, started feeling like I was willing to get back to racing the level I wanted to, and ended up losing, came all the way back from missing a round to winning the last 3 straight rounds of the U.S. Rally Championship and missed the championship by 2 points. But coming into next year, as opposed to thinking, I'm done, I don't have it anymore, I come in next season thinking, let's win.
That's awesome. That's great. I remember you said that. It's been a while since you won. Then all of a sudden,
you have to rub it in.
There's that fear factor, though, right? Like, it always amazed me because when I first started to know who you were, which I didn't in the beginning, which was a funny story, and then I saw you jump out of that airplane with no parachute. I'm like, this guy has absolutely no fear at all. For your viewers out there and your fans, is Travis Pastrana afraid of anything?
I'm afraid of a lot. I have two young girls, so yes, definitely afraid of everything. But I feel like when you're strong, when you're healthy, when you've done the homework and the practice, you're ready to go out there and do what needs to be done to get your job done, whatever that may be. For me, it's with motorcycles or cars and high speeds and cliffs, and you need to be mentally on your game to do it safely. When you're hurt, when you're not sleeping through the night, it adds up, and it adds up quick to a point where it gets dangerous.
Absolutely. What made you seek out regenerative medicine? Was something in your ear about, I need to try this route?
You know, at the end of the day, I talked to a lot of military around this area, and so many people that were pretty much wit's end were, I hate to say it, but just to put it out there, like, if you're in pain for enough time, like my dad was, he had 3 back surgeries back to back to back to just fuse more and more and more. And you start talking like, okay, I can't live on the painkillers. I can't live life this way. It's not worth it. And that sounds really horrible to say, but when you get injured enough and you can't do what you love to do, and your world kind of falls apart, and then even just not being able to sleep, the biggest thing for me is that your patience goes down. So as someone that's you got to be traveling through the night, red eye, you get there and you got to put on a good face regardless of what you're feeling or what your emotions are, and that's hard to do when you're in pain. And that's not even talking about the homework that needs to be done to go do your job correctly. So for me, it was like, how can I be a better human? Like, first off, like, how can I be a better for my wife? And I couldn't play with my kids. I couldn't go bounce on the trampoline, the stuff that I love to do. I couldn't show them the time that I wanted to show them. I said, okay, I can either get my whole body replaced, and then I got my knee replaced, and I was like, okay, this isn't working. The replacement didn't go as well as I'd hoped. And I thought, well, we got to find another way to get the rest of our body healed up.
Yep. And we've talked about this. You have done other treatment options. You've had other options. You've tried surgeries. Some have helped, some have not helped. If you had to give advice to someone out there, whether it's just a professional athlete or just a regular person, would you give them advice to look into stem cells, look into regenerative medicine as an option?
100%. The thing for me, like, it seems like it helps everyone in a little bit of a different way. I mean, there's certain things that stem cells heal instantly, and certain things that have taken longer times for sure. The hip, and maybe there's no other way
Sure.
than a replacement. But
Hmm.
with my knee, I couldn't do physical therapy because the nerves were like there was just a live wire in my knee, and I'd walk or I'd try to sleep, and I'd just wake me up and just basically in tears dropping to the ground, and like, wow, like
Mm.
I can't do what I need to do to even get my muscles back going because I got a live wire that's just open.
Sure.
It was 24 hours,
Oh.
and like, say what you want. Everyone's like, oh, well, it can't help that quick. I'm like, well, look, I was 6 months with my knee a live wire, couldn't do anything. And within 24 hours after getting stem cells, I had no more nerve pain. I'm like, look, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
it's a miracle.
Yeah.
So,
And we hear it a lot, actually. Some people think, man, is this the placebo effect? Or, how is this possible? And it's very possible because, stem cells attack inflammation first. You had a massive nerve problem, most likely from the surgery. It's a traumatic surgery. They go in there, they identify what's wrong, and they repair it. They stimulate your body to repair it, which is amazing. So back to the athletes. We treat so many professional athletes all over the world. It's been such an amazing journey for me. I noticed that I think these guys have an edge up on other people. I really do. What do you think about that? Do you think by getting involved with something like this actually not only helps them in their game, but also long term, like surviving a career of professional athletics?
if you notice the athletes that are on top of their game tend to be on top of their game for a long time. But you'll see a lot of people that come up and they don't stay there, and it's injuries.
Yeah.
It's mentally not being able to deal with the pain or not being able to physically train or do what you need to do to get back out there.
Hmm.
If you can cut your physical time that you're off of an injury
Hmm.
in half, in a third,
That's
that's
amazing.
more time that you are at the top of your game. That's more time that you have to prepare. And there's a lot of things that just don't heal.
Hmm.
And by the time I was 23, I was too physically hurt to be the racer that I wanted to be.
Hmm.
Knowing what I know about stem cells now, I
Hmm.
bet my career could have lasted, another, I'm not saying forever, but another,
Sure.
5-8 years,
Hmm.
in racing motorcycles. Now, I went to cars, went to a lot of different things, and it's been, the injuries almost kind of guided my career into a way that's a lot more longevity. But
Hmm.
I see so many of the motocross racers specifically because they're my friends and the ones I
Yeah.
know the best.
Hmm.
And when they get done racing, whether they're 25 or 35, they're too physically hurt to do a lot of jobs that they are qualified for.
Hmm.
And a lot of the guys went military or whatever, and even the military guys come back, and
Sure.
now they're home not being able to play with their kids, not being able to do the basic day to day. So yes, does it make you a better athlete if you're able to train more and you're able to be hurt less?
Hmm.
And the injuries, they pile on. We have a friend, Bilko, 2-time X Games gold medalist. We used to call him Gumby,
Hmm.
and he always landed on his feet, and that was great until his ankles
Hmm.
stopped working and his feet stopped working. He blew out his knees, and then he would start breaking other stuff because he was afraid to land on his feet.
Hmm.
If you address that quickly and you can get your ankles to regenerate and to work to where you're not afraid to land on them,
Hmm.
all of a sudden the rest of his body that he broke wouldn't have been broken. His whole life would have been completely changed from this point on. And
Hmm.
what I'm finding now is that you can't fix what you've done to a
Hmm.
certain extent, but the quicker you can get on it.
Sure.
And what stem cells allowed me to do was to get back in the gym,
Hmm.
allowed me to get back where I could start physical therapy. The pain that I was dealing with was tolerable enough that I could start building muscle
Hmm.
and getting things working. So, is it going to be an end-all cure-all? Maybe not. Maybe. I mean, with some parts, yes.
Hmm.
But it allowed me the ability to get back into the gym, to get back to where I was in less pain, to where I could sleep. Once you can start sleeping, you get your mental game back on par.
Hmm.
Everything else kind of falls into
Mhm.
place.
That's awesome. That's a great story. Our mission has always been the same here, and that's really to try to help as many people regain their health and get their quality of life back, which is so hard today in conventional medicine. And we're going to keep fixing parts of your body as you as you injure them, which I hope is not much more. But the funny thing is, people don't know this is I'll give Travis some instructions on how to try to take it easy, and then I'll see him in a video
YouTube is
doing
horrible.
something.
Instagram, yeah.
Like I saw him doing something, and I immediately text him. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And oh, nothing. Having
Oh,
fun. I'm having
that video
fun.
was taken a long time before.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But it's been a pleasure and honor to be a part of this journey to give you your quality of life back. And it's such a great thing that you have been able to, or willing to put this out there to people so they can actually, people that don't even know about stem cells. Some people still think they're illegal in the United States, and they're not. We do them here. We've been doing them here over a decade, changing thousands and thousands of people's lives. And it's guys like you that get out there and put this message out that, hey, you don't have to go anywhere. We're right here. Just reach out, and we'd love to help you. So I appreciate everything that you've done. It means a lot to me.
Well, it means a lot to me, and my wife will thank you as well. I'm actually sleeping through the night, which means she's sleeping through the night, and that's very nice.
Well, we're going to continue, of course, to follow you and your career. I'm going to see you in a couple days because I'm actually going to my very first Nitro Circus show, which I'm sure it's going to be thrilling, I'm sure, but I'm going to definitely see firsthand why you guys are so injured, I'm sure. But it's going to be an exciting time up there, and I look forward to many more success stories from you. So I appreciate it very much.
Doc, thanks for changing my life. I appreciate you.
Thanks, pal.